Prabowo Subianto was elected as Indonesia's new president this month, beginning in a new chapter in the entire history of the nation. His election is a win for all the people of Indonesia who wants to see their country become stronger, better organized, as well as rich, not just for himself. We know Mr. Prabowo Subianto well. He has loads of military and political leadership experience, and he consistently demonstrates his dedication to Indonesia. He experienced many challenges along the way, but he is now prepared to take on the role of head of a powerful nation. President Prabowo made a commitment to focus on some of the most significant problems that Indonesia is now struggling with. He intends to boost financial growth and make sure everyone in Indonesia, no matter what they belong, gets from improvement. In order to make sure that no one is left behind, he is trying to eliminate poverty and inequality. As part of his vision, Indonesia will be able to compete globally, provide change for the younger generation, including invest in infrastructure and education. Building national security is the goal of President Prabowo's management. He wants to advance regional peace and stability in between maintaining autonomy. Being a former military commander, he is aware of how critical it is to keep an effective and dependable defense force. President Prabowo realized that success depends on connection, not simply on national security and economic progress. Being a diverse nation, Indonesia is powerful because of its diversity. President Prabowo made a commitment to pay attention to the people and to create governments that respect equality, justice, and respect for humanity. As the president starts his presidency, it is our responsibility as Indonesian people. Let's support the president in his effort to bring about a significant change. By working together, we can create a more promising, inclusive, and opportunity-rich future for everybody. My congratulations and best wishes go to President Prabowo Subianto. May our integrity, strength, and wisdom lead us, and may Indonesia remain a spectacular nation. Hello, my name is Wafiq Nur Aliyah. You can also call me Wafiq. I'm from 51C7 class with name 152401448. So in this occasion, I want to tell about adverbs of frequency. So, what are adverbs of frequency? Adverbs of frequency are the words used to show how often an action happens. For example, in a sentence, I always study before a test. The word always shows that studying before a test is a regular habit. So we have a definition of adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency are words that indicate how often or intensely an action occurs, ranging from action that happen all the time, it does, that never happen. They help clarify habits or repetitive action. For example, in the sentence, he never eats junk food. The word never tells us he doesn't eat it at all. So why we using adverbs of frequency? Adverbs of frequency are essential to provide context for how frequently an action occurs. This word makes sentence more specific and help the listener understand habits or activity patterns. We have example without an adverb is she drinks coffee. She drinks coffee. And with an adverb, we have she always drinks coffee in the morning. We know it's a consistent habit. Types of adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency can be organized from most frequent to less frequent. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never means it doesn't happen at all. First, we're gonna talking about always. Always means every time or continuously. For example, I always wake up at 6 a.m. This suggests that waking up at 6 a.m. is a strict routine. Second, we have usually. Usually means most of the time, but not always. For example, he usually takes the bus to work. He takes the bus most day, but there might be exception. Maybe he using a Grab. Third, we have often. Often indicates a regular occurrence, stroke, not every time. For instance, they often visit their grandparents on weekends, such as they visit frequently, but not every weekend. Next, we're gonna talking about sometimes. Sometimes implies occasional action, meaning they happen from time to time, but not frequently. For example, he sometimes eats fast food, means he eats it occasionally. Rarely. Rarely means almost never, with just a few exceptions. For instance, she rarely drinks coffee, implies it's uncommon for her to drink coffee. Unless we have never. Never means not at all. For example, I never smoke, show that smoking is something I never do. Here, we can see a frequency scale for most frequent, always at 100%, to least frequent, never at 0%. So next, we're gonna talking about the position of adverbs and frequency in a sentence. Adverbs of frequency are typically placed before the main verb or after the verb to be, such as am, is, and are. For example, they often play basketball, where often comes before the main verb play. Position in positive sentence. In positive sentence, place the adverbs of frequency before the main verb. For instance, she usually finishes her work on time. The position in negative sentence. In negative sentence, the adverbs is placed after doesn't or don't. For example, she doesn't usually work on weekends. The position in question. In question, the adverbs of frequency goes after the auxiliary verb. For example, do you often eat out? And we have a practice here. Fill the correct. Please complete a sentence with the correct adverbs of frequency. For example, I to go to the gym in the morning. Could be filled is an I usually go to the gym in the morning. And we have rearrange the sentence. Rearrange the sentence to correctly position the adverbs of frequency. For example, always he is early will be he is always early. The conclusion. To conclude, adverbs of frequency give information about how often action takes place, making sentence clearer and more expressive. Try using adverbs of frequency to describe your daily routine to make your English sounds more fluent and natural. So I'm Wafiq Nur Aliyah. Sorry if there is mistake. See you next time.
Thank you, everyone! Thank you, Elmar! Boom!